What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the Brown Gent. In this video, I'm going to walk you through this really cool new network called Mode Sunrise. They just launched their mainnet and they're starting their airdrop season 1. So I wanted to bring it to you guys first. I want to apologize ahead of time if I have network issues while doing this live stream. I'm actually connecting through a VPN in Brazil because one of the things about the Mode Sunrise project is that it is not available in certain countries, Canada and US being some of those. And if you need to if you live in those countries and you want to be involved, you'll need to get a VPN. You'll find out if you are interested, but let's get into the video and talk about what's up and what's ahead of us. Remember, nothing I say here is financial advice. Please do your own research. Now, as always, we also have extra coaching, guidance, and support through the private membership in the Web3 Secret Society. Check the link below for the YouTube membership. Now, I will do one last update on Manta New Paradigm. So they made an announcement today that unlike what was previously believed, they will not, and I repeat, they will not be rewarding TIA validator stakers, but they will be rewarding those who bridged even one TIA through the Hyperlane bridge. So I really hope you watched any of my videos where I sort of did the guide on Manta Paradigm, because I said do at least one, so you check that box. I hope you guys listened to me. If you did, and if you ended up staking it as well with any of their partners, you are eligible to receive extra Manta rewards. That got announced about 5 hours ago. So that's good news, but we all have sort of our own thoughts of how that entire campaign went. And there's a completely new campaign that has sort of watched and is trying to avoid some of the same pain points. So I introduced you to Mode Sunrise. This is a modular DeFi, like a L2, and is powered by Optimism. And the reason you haven't heard about it is it literally just went live in the last few hours. So this is cutting edge. I've checked on YouTube first before I made the video. The only video I could find is a video by Light Legger. He was doing a sort of coverage of their testnet activities. Obviously, that phase is over, and now we're talking about their mainnet and especially their airdrop. But I want to show you the key differences. And please, I put my link in the description below. Do not feel like you have to jump in right away. I want you to hear what I'm saying, right? The goal with everything is to make sure you understand everything before you make a decision. Don't just jump in right now. If you jump in right now versus tomorrow, there won't be sort of that much of a difference. Just hear me out and let's walk through these things. And if it's right for you, go for it. And if you want to use my referral code, I have it in the description below. So they are powered by Optimism. As I said, they have a $2 million OP grant, right? So that's from Optimism. They have a great document system, but most important to you guys, right? We're airdrop farmers. We care about their point system. When it came to Manta, it was very confusing. You got points or you collected box pieces that got boxes. You didn't know, they were very unclear about what you earned. And then you showed up and half the people got a boost while you got nothing just because you didn't know about Manta in the past. They've fixed that here because what they've done is they don't care about what you did in their testnet for this. They're looking at how you have interacted in DeFi in general, not specifically with them, but have you been partnering with or have you been using Uniswap? Have you been using certain dApps? So let me click on this right here, and I'm going to expand on this in a second. So they've got 550 million Mode token, right? It's going to go out for their first campaign, and they want to reward users who are contributing to growing the network. You can grow the network in multiple ways. You can bridge some ETH or some other tokens over. You can bring some users here. You can use some of their ecosystem platforms. So it's really good. Here's sort of the breakdown of the 550,000 Mode token. And the way you earn points on Mode is the first thing. And what's really cool is you show up and you've got a credit for doing nothing. If you've got past on-chain activity, right? So this is why you've got to use a wallet that you've already used to do activities. It's going to look at 6 different categories. We'll go through that later. It looks at various chains and protocols. You have the opportunity as well to bridge your assets to Mode. Now, first thing I'll say here, it's not like Manta. It is not held hostage. If you want to take your assets off at any time, you can literally go into the bridge and press the button and withdraw them. There is a 7-day transaction time. It's sort of like if you did the Chroma sort of NFT thing, you have to wait 7 days for the bridge to arrive. But the tokens are changing. You're not sending them ETH and they're not giving you some BS token that you've got to wait 3 months to sort of figure out. No, whatever you bridge in, you can bridge out instantly. When it arrives in Ethereum mainnet, which is the only sort of point of entry and exit, that takes 7 days on the other end. But that's still a huge improvement, right? And basically, you earn points for how long these assets are with them. So if you have it for a day versus 2 days, obviously the one with 2 days is worth twice as much. So there's an incentive for you to keep this on the platform. There is the referral program that I talked about earlier. In this case, anyone you refer gets 16% of the points that you collect. So you can bring your friends. There are some ecosystem apps. So like, I'm going to sort of walk you through a few and warn you what not to do. Like, I believe it's Kim Exchange. You don't want to trade your ETH for stable coins because it will make you lose 30% because their liquidity is trash. But as long as you're being careful and you're sort of paying attention to what you're doing, you can earn points the same way too. You got to deposit assets there or make transactions. And finally, they have quests. So you can pick what you want to do. Technically, and here is something you could do potentially. I haven't seen any reason why you can't. You can come on. Bridge some assets over, maybe bridge 1.1 ETH, and that sort of locks in your airdrop number. So the way you lock in your initial allocation from past on-chain activity is to bridge something over, but you can bridge it right back once you're done. And I would probably do, if you want to be super risk averse, you could do that, leave a bit of Ethereum as gas and just do their quests and earn a ton of money and refer people as well to this. And that is how you can get away without being a whale in this platform. You don't need to have like 10 ETH or anything like that. You could literally bridge over 0.01 ETH and use that as gas or whatever. I leave it to you to decide. This is something you should think about. Be very strategic because remember, your capital is super important, right? I'm here not to show referral codes. I'm here to talk to you about what kind of strategy and approach that we can have. I'm just gonna quickly check the comments to sort of make sure that I'm not, I'm not lagging out. So please tell me if I am. I'll answer any questions outside of Mode later. We got James McLaughlin, hit the like for the alpha. Yeah, please guys, hit the like button, share the video, let people know what's going on. This is fantastic for everyone. It's really early. A node, so a node is really something that helps strengthen the network. I might be saying node by accident here. I mean to say mode. Mode is what they're doing. A node is very different, and I am planning on talking about that later. Any news on video, we'll talk about that later. Super expensive ETH transfers really pisses me off. Yeah, 100%. In this case, it cost me $7 to bridge. But what I mean is, because of sort of the way the allocation will work, you could literally choose to do only a few of these things. And I love the fact that you can bridge stuff back. We'll talk about that in a second. So here's the other incentive. If you do this in the first 7 days, the people who do that get a 1.2 times points multiplier for bridging to Mode, right? So also if you're a Web3 native, you got those dApps. Now, here's the thing. They got a degen booster rewarding community members of 140 projects in 6 categories. This is what I was referring to earlier. Have you used DeFi protocols like Uniswap, SushiSwap, 1inch? Have you sort of used NFT to get any of these sort of collections? Have you used scaling L2s like Optimism, Blast, Arbitrum, Manta? Manta. You use yield protocols like Lido Finance. Do you use degen applications like Pendlefy or Trader Joe? I don't think Trader Joe is a degen, but I guess it's a launch pad. So it's an early supporters boost. They've given bigger points boost to FriendTech Mode key holders, Galaxy Testnet users, and Mode NFT holders. So there's a ton of things over here. And by the way, Yo-Yo Street, here's what you can do. And this is exactly why I want to have this video. If I waited a day or two, and this is sort of why I'm doing this really impromptu, if I waited, you'd get people coming on here like Virtual Bacon telling you, hey guys, come on here, and they'd want you to farm for them. That's what he did last time. I'm not saying he's a bad guy. He's a lot of good content, but his goal is to make a huge bag. My goal here is to help you guys earn. I would focus on Eigenlayer. I would not focus on Mode, but here's what I would do. Because Eigenlayer is on February 5th, right? That's when you need to have your ETH and your sort of swell ETH and everything ready to restake. What you can do is bridge a small portion, 0.01, 0.02 ETH, to lock in whatever points you get. And you can see the points you're going to get before you lock it in, right? I wish I could show you that part. I can show you both sides of it potentially. But then you do that. Even if you don't want to hold that stuff, bridge it out, or put 0.02 here, put point whatever like 98 of ETH over there, and use that to quest here and earn points. You don't want to put your ETH biggest holding here for the long term. When I say that, it's because Eigenlayer is a much better solution, but you get a bunch of stuff for free here just by showing up. You might as well take advantage of it. That's sort of my point here. Like I said, my goal here is not to get you guys to have thousands of points each. It's get something for the least amount of effort, right? So that's sort of what I want you guys to do. Now, here's what you see. Like if you click my link, this is what you'd see. You'd see check your eligibility. You'd see the invite code piece. You would see this connect Twitter piece. So, you enter the code. I'm not doing it here. Actually, I could do it here, I guess. Once you enter the code, you get the check mark. You connect Twitter. You connect to Twitter. Then you check your score by connecting your wallet. Now, I've already done this, so I'm just going to click Connect Wallet, go to MetaMask, and sort of do it here. In my case, I had 213 points for my previous DeFi interactions. Okay? So I had 213 points, okay? And you see here, because I bridged it early, my boosted rewards are only for the first 7 days, right? Like this campaign started, I guess, about 8 hours ago. They posted on Twitter about 4 hours or 3 hours ago. And what I want you to do is, even if you're at this stage and you're still not sure, before you go to bridge or before you go to like connect your wallet, you can click on this little button on the top saying airdrop. You see it here? Airdrop. It will open up this page. This page gives you a ton more information about this initiative, about their mainnet, and about the airdrop one. We went over some of this stuff because it's covered on Twitter, right? Like what they care about is past on-chain activity, bridging TVL, referring friends. Like, ironically, the amount of TVL actually will increase how much more Mode token they're giving out. So they give 400 million to the points airdrop, another 50 million once they get 100 million TVL, another 50 million once they get 200 million TVL, and then 50 million for 500 NFT lottery winners among the top 20% of campaign participants. So it's very interesting. We sort of saw the summary of the airdrop rewards. I think that's really cool. Once again, bridging assets is important, inviting friends, using ecosystem apps. And by the way, here is their timeline. So today, here's the launch. In February and March, the ecosystem scale and native yield goes live, and the token launch is in April. So you get your rewards fast. Now, Yo-Yo Street, no problem. What I will say is you can withdraw at any time. I'm going to show you this live just to show you what I mean, because I don't care. Like I said, this is for me. I want to use sort of what I have here to show you guys exactly what's going on. And I'm going to do that with some of the ETH that I transferred. I'm going to bridge it back. I'll show you exactly what happens, okay? So phase 1, Mode Sunrise, now to April, you can access and see your score. Then all the DeFi applications and native yield launches go live in Feb, March. And then April, you get that sort of token distribution. Now, there's some more information here. You can actually go to the bottom of their screen, right? Like, so these are like their launch partners. But if you go all the way to the bottom, right, what we love to see, the Discord link. Guys, please, promise me one thing. I don't even care if you use my referral code, but if you're going to be in this protocol, please click this button and join the Discord, understand what's going on. Not just that, click on this little X, join their Twitter, follow them. You need to know what's going on. You want the updates. You do not want to just sit here being blind, waiting for an influencer or me to give you a video. Like, I will try to make a video as early as possible. Obviously, I will be traveling a ton in February. So because I'm in Europe, it'll be much more challenging. And then I believe the docs are actually over here. So you can go here, click this, and you can go through and read this protocol. I know there's some people out there who would love to have as much detail as possible. Go in there, read about this, sort of see exactly what's going on, because it's very interesting. There's a ton more information in this. One thing I will say, for example, is people who you refer. I forget at what point, but you get a part of their sequencing fee, like 2% of what they pay for gas and execution, you would get as well. So they are trying to incentivize people to help grow their network, right? So bringing liquidity, bringing people. And I think this is a way better approach than what Manta did. So let me just sort of go through, click on airdrop, and I want to show you a few things, and then we'll do the bridge just so you guys understand what's going on. So you see here, I've already done this part where I sort of claimed it. I've bridged 0.3 total ETH. And, if I want to invite friends, here's that referral link. Now, there's a bunch of different dApps, right? So you can go in here at your own time. I'll open up Kim Exchange as an example. So this is a DEX. I was talking about this earlier, right? So I've got, can I have my wallet here still? Yes, it's still connected. Good. Okay, so I'm going to put 0.1 ETH. And you see here, like, how bad that conversion is. I would go from $228 to $174 by swapping. So you know what you do? The easiest thing always, whenever you get faced with this, go for the wrapped version of the token. Literally, you don't get charged at all. And it's a transaction. So I went, okay, cool. I'm going to swap ETH for wrapped ETH and then swap it back, which is exactly what I did. And I'm going to see tomorrow if I gain points and everything like that. So we'll see how that works. But do not trade your ETH for stable coins. Please, please, please. When you're looking at these DEXs, make sure you match the values, right? Look at what you're giving right here and what you're getting back. If there's a discrepancy there, like it's like more than like 0.1% or whatever is reasonable for you, don't do it. It's not worth it, right? There's no point getting an airdrop when you're burning money, okay? So that's sort of one of these apps. We can sort of go through some of these other apps. I'm going to probably do that in a different video. What I will do now, though, is you see here, there's a button for bridge for more points. So I'll click that here. Sorry, I'm going to zoom out. And here, what I love is what I was saying earlier, you could literally take your assets out. So I'm going to go switch here. So I'm now ETH on the Mode network. I'm going to put 0.1 as there is a bridging fee of $9, but honestly, I don't care. Like I said, I'm doing this for you guys so you see it. I want you to see it live that this works. I click bridge to Ethereum. It's going to process. And once I confirm this, by the way, it's going to be a 7-day waiting period. So be it. I have more ETH that I can access. So we'll just confirm this transaction. And you see, now it's processing. So once it goes there, it goes under pending withdrawals. Okay. Going to try this once more once it's done. Let's see. Okay. Let's go to pending withdrawals and see what's up. This is my first time doing it too. I just did a lot of research. So there you go. So 0.1 here, submitting to L1. So there's a transaction hash if I wanted to look it up on the Explorer. So your money's not held hostage. is very, very different than Manta. So you don't have to worry about that. That being said, listen, guys, EigenLayer, like honestly, I can't say enough about EigenLayer. You guys know they're opening up their deposits. This is truly the protocol that you really want to save your ETH for. So Mode is fantastic. Get your free points, do your quests. If you've got a big enough bag that you can split it, okay, sure. If not, I would heavily focus on EigenLayer. I think it's a way better protocol. There's going to be way more opportunities, a way bigger airdrop and everything like that. But you also want to take your freebies, right? So like, for example, let's say I wanted to instead, let's go back here. Instead, I wanted to just claim my 213 points in whatever I could quest. Well, I would have bridged a very small amount of ETH, like 0.01 ETH or something, got my points, did my quests, whatever, and there you go. You can see already there are a ton of people gaining a ton of points, obviously from bridging a lot, because they want to earn as much as possible in the first 7 days. Let's see what we got here. So Black Man Crypto says, I can't get Mode to work. They keep detecting me. Where's your VPN? So my VPN is currently in Brazil. It was faster than the VPN that was in United Arab Emirates. So that's what I chose, but like it could also be other countries, right? There's a bunch of countries they have blocked. The UAE and Brazil work. So you can try that. You think it's still worth putting 1 ETH into EigenLayer? Yes. It's not, so yeah, I would, because we saw this with AltLayer. AltLayer required you to have enough EigenLayer sort of restaking points to qualify. I was like 40 or 50 points short of getting a decent sized bag of AltLayer because of it. Now, does that mean you might miss a few? Sure. But EigenLayer is also really good because you can come in and go out whenever you feel like. Those are the best kind of protocols for sure, right? Like, so you stake with something like Swell Network or like LidoFi or something. You then take that staked ETH, put it in EigenLayer, really secure the network, get the rewards, and they're gonna have a massive airdrop too. So it's not just what they do to unlock other gates, but also the fact that by having your money in EigenLayer, you are earning what should be a massive airdrop. So I think EigenLayer will be one of the top 5 in the next year and a half. So I would sort of put that in there, let it run as much as possible. That's just me, not financial advice, of course. I will be doing that. Okay. Got Yo-Yo Street saying perfect. All right. So guys, the whole goal here was not to have a long video. So I wanted to make sure we covered that. I'm going to go through some of the other questions we had. I got phase 1 Chroma NFT from the Galaxy Quest and some points. What can I do? Well, if you don't have the other 8, Mark, what I would do is go to Hypermarket. It's Hypermarket. Yeah. Go to Hypermarket. And then once you're there, I would like you to go into the, I hate when I use this mouse and it goes backwards. You want to go in here, you want to go to the puzzle NFT. And I would likely just sell it. If you only have one of them, it doesn't do anything. If you have the Quest Master, that's very different. But if you only have the sort of phase 1 Chroma NFT and that's it, you can't do anything with that because you need all 9 of those to combine and make that Quest Master. The points, however, we don't know what's going to happen. They may be converted into part of the airdrop. Okay. So Jahan was asking about what exactly is a node. Well, a node is basically something that secures the system. I will be making videos on nodes. I was up late last night. I had a 3 a.m. meeting, this morning, and I couldn't sleep. So I was looking up how do you set up a node, and I was looking up there are services online. You got to get X amount of token and sort of pay for a service to like manage the sort of tech stuff, right? But I will make a video on that. Tobias Mundy, yeah, I probably will make a Zom video in a few days. I got a really disturbing email from the management team yesterday, and they were basically trying to convince me to vote for the reverse stock split. I'm sure you did too if you have Zomatica stock. All the stuff they said is a bunch of crap, and I think they're literally trying to deceive people into making the wrong decision. But anyways, it is what it is. How much did I pay in fees bridging to Mode and out of Mode? So it's flat. So I checked this earlier. So if I was to bridge 0.1 ETH, it was $7. If I was to bridge 100 ETH, $7. Bridging out was $9. So it cost $16 in total. So it's not bad, especially to do it early. And that's why I say, like, if you do it early and you want to hold some ETH there, then you're fine, right? You leave it there, you let it earn the points and do all that. Otherwise, you can sort of do the quests. You put like a 0.01. I mean, it obviously depends. Like if you're putting a small enough amount that like you wouldn't bridge out, then like for example, you can put in like $15, but $7 of those dollars goes away, so you have $8. You use all $8 on like your gas fees there, and then you're good to go. Because once you've gotten your mode rewards, you can sell that for ETH or whatever after the fact, right? That's sort of what people did with Manta as well. The Phase 6 NFTs have been going down. Yeah, so here's why the Phase 6 NFTs have been going down. All the NFTs have been going down there. The Questmaster went down to 0.03. And because it went down to 0.03, I mean, I bought a couple, but you can't, there's no feasible way where that's 0.03 and things that make it are more than that. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of it has to do with the confusion people have. June is the token generation event for Chroma. What role does the Chroma Guardian play, and what role does the Chroma Questmaster play? And I think the team's got to give some guidance. They did not inspire confidence with their mint, but so be it. Because when I try to bridge my ETH into Mode, it asked me $30 worth of ETH on Rabby to confirm the bridge. No, it shouldn't do that. You know what it could be, Pirate Barrel? It could be congestion. So I did this an hour ago before I made this video, and I'm sure people are like spreading the word now on crypto Twitter and everything is getting out. People are probably like going hard. Wait for the congestion to come down, and then you shouldn't have a problem. It's probably like an ETH thing, ETH going in here to Mode. If you wait, you shouldn't have that problem. It was $7. Here we go. Dejan Palace says, I just bridged using your code, bro. Thanks. I have 4,300 points now. Is that good? Well, I think so. Like, if I take a look and, I only got like 213 points, so I'm getting destroyed by you so far. But the highest participant got 20,406, right? So that's not bad. Like, let me look over here. You got 4,000 something. So like, yeah, 10,000 is like top 100. I think that's good. Like I said, we won't know until we get closer to the end. But the nice thing about this is no one is holding you hostage. If tomorrow you decide, hey, they did this thing I don't like, I want to take my money off, great. Pay the small gas fee and get your money off, right? Remember, our goal here is not to fall in love with projects. Our goal here is to make money. I mean, at least that's my goal. My goal has always been that way, and that's sort of why, like, I talked about this on yesterday's video. I minted an NFT for like $70. It went to like 850 or it went to like 880 or 890 in the course of like an hour because it minted out like super fast. Sold it without even thinking. The fact that it continued to go up after and at the highest point was worth like $1,300 is whatever, right? That shit happens. But my goal here is to make money. I'm going to keep trying to do what I can to maximize profit. And I recommend that for you guys, which is why I tell you guys, do not just jump into things blindly. And one of the best examples of this, maybe I'll end here, is do you guys remember, for those of you who watched yesterday's video, my biggest fear was that this Hydro protocol would be overloaded in terms of TVL, right? I thought, hey, these guys are like, look, $1.1 million almost. Black Man Crypto, I have my link in the description below. So if you want to use a referral link, I got it in the description. But yeah, so basically, Hydro protocol, like 1.1 million injective in like half a day. And it came out from other parts of the ecosystem. And all people were saying in the Discord was a bunch of complaining about how they're not getting any early rewards and how this is not worth it for them because they jumped in early when there was like maybe 200,000 injective in, and people just kept piling in, and now the rewards just aren't worth it, and their money is locked up for 3 weeks because it's a validator, right? They're staking to a validator. When they liquid stake, that's what's happening. So you always got to look out for yourself. And this is why research is so important. Please, guys, like I said, yes, if you want to use my referral code, do it. But more importantly, please follow them on Twitter. Please join their Discord. You need to do this. And you can read the docs if you'd like to get a little more insight into sort of all of these things. As always with protocols, they'll always tell you their best features. They'll market stuff. But then you really want to have an understanding of what's going on here, right? Hydro Protocol in this case did not tell anyone that you couldn't, they subtly did it. They put it in their documents, but none of their marketing pieces said that, hey, your money is stuck with us for 3 weeks, which since we have a 4-week campaign, you'll stick it out for the 4 weeks at the end by the time you find out. And then there's another 3 weeks beyond that. So you're in there for 7 weeks basically, and there's an opportunity cost for that, especially if you're earning peanuts, because I imagine the APY on this is not as great considering all the other opportunities out there. Remember, this money's got to come from somewhere, right? So if it comes from Injective, what protocol did it leave? You can go there and farm where people have left and earn a ton more money. So that's pretty much what I want to capture in this video. We'll see over here. We got Mark saying, one of my biggest problems, falling in love and not knowing when to let go. Finger red number one. Yeah, exactly. You know what? The moment you find yourself posting screenshots or something, sell. And one of the things I always tell people, maybe you'd like a project a lot. Great. Take like your initial capital off and take a little bit more as to pay yourself. That's up to you to decide, right? One really good strategy I've heard from people is the way they take profits is they decide that they want to have either 10, 20, 30% in cash or stable coin or whatever. And every time their portfolio grows, they reallocate some of whatever they have into cash or stable coin. So it continues to rebalance throughout the whole time. I don't like doing it as much for one reason. If it's a bull market, I want to have my money in things that are going to 5, 10x. Every dollar I have in stable coins won't do that unless I'm getting like absurd interest, but I'm not. So anyways, that's all I want to talk to you about today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember, Mode Sunrise, very early, very new. You got to be careful. Make sure you read stuff. Don't get scammed. When you follow them on Twitter and stuff, I'm sure there's going to be people posting in the comments below, trying to pretend they're them, say, wait, guys, you can get an extra bonus on your points by clicking here. Don't fall for it. Be very alert. That's why I say follow them on Twitter, because the easiest way to know if they're fake, they don't even have to like squint and read their damn the URL or their handle. You put your mouse over. Are you following them? Oh, you're not following them? Well, guess what? That's the fake one. That's why I do these things. Same thing with Discord, because you always get the announcement in Discord before it goes on Twitter. It's so much better that way. And because of that, it's easier to keep track of all the stuff. That's how like me and the other people who sort of cover these projects know a lot about what's going on. We have like 100 Discord tabs open, and every time something pops up from them, there's an announcement, it comes up, perfect. We have like a very clear idea. Anyways, that's all I want to say in this video. I have a couple more videos coming out on Solana, so stay tuned for that. Maybe I'll film one tonight, but I'll post it either tonight or later. Who knows? I want to thank you all for watching. Like, subscribe, share the video, and thanks for watching. See ya.